Welcome home, sir. How was your day? I see. I see. Sir, yes. Sir, I must admit this is very surprising, and please allow me to express my sincere condolences and apologies that you had to endure such an uncomfortable and, well, if I might say, sir, impolite encounter as the one which you have just described to me. I must say I'm quite surprised. The gentleman that you're describing is one, I believe, of caliber and standing, but I suppose even amongst the gentlemen of means, such as yourself, there can be hooligans and ne'er-do-wells, so I'm very sorry that you had to encounter him. Please, sir, if there's anything throughout the night that I can do to help ease your mind and relax you, let me know. Truly, my sincere apologies. If I may, sir, suggest something, I believe I might have just the remedy to at least a portion of your troubles. I've just brewed a pot of fresh white mint tea, and I believe that might be just the thing to help ease your mind at this moment. Of course. Yes. I'll get that right away for you, sir. Give me just one moment while I grab that. White mint is, of course, preferred to its black mint cousin. Black mint is grown in America, while white mint is grown in more exotic regions. India, this blend was from. Just set that down. Yes, India. And the shopkeeper which I purchased this from assured me that it is excellent for headaches and bouts of indigestion, which, if the event which you described to me happened in such a fashion, I can imagine that you are quite stressed at the moment, which may lead to headaches, so this will help soothe your mind and relieve some of that tension and the inflammation associated with stress. Here you are, sir. Of course. It was not a problem at all, sir. After all, I pride myself on meeting and exceeding all of your needs and expectations, so this was just another thing which I imagined you may have needed after such a stressful and lively day, to say the least. Is that to your liking, sir? Of course. I prepared it in the fashion which you usually prefer. Excellent. Wonderful. Now, sir, you know I loathe bothering you with the details of the house and household so soon after you have arrived home, but in this case I must make an exception. Two items of import have come up which I simply must bring to your attention. The first, the landscaping contractors which you had arranged to fill out our garden and the surrounding areas are set to arrive tomorrow. I have a list of some of the plants and topiaries which they wish to provide you with, and I just want to make sure that they will be installing them and caring for them in the proper and expected manner that meets your high standards for the garden, of course. Would you like me to run through those? Of course, sir. I'll just mentally catalog where you would prefer those to go. My eidetic memory does have some uses in this profession, of course. First, the rose bushes. I believe you have 6 species of rose being delivered. Of course. Of course. The entrance of the gardens, naturally. Yes. and I will take care that they have been properly pruned for you. I know you loathe an overgrown rose bush. Yes. The willow saplings. Of course, framing the gazebo. That makes perfect sense, sir. Yes, absolutely. The hawthorn shrubs near the outbuildings. Of course. They are very lively, but perhaps a little bit too much for the garden that you have going on, sir. Putting them in a more external location, in a location more on the outskirts of the gardens, makes absolute sense. Yes. The perennials that you arranged for. There was quite the variety. Just along the walkways, of course. Yes. And the topiaries, which you required. Just at the center of the garden. Yes. I expected as much, sir, but in this business it does not pay to make assumptions. Of course. This is exactly why I wanted to run everything by you. Just wanted to make sure that everything would be meeting your standards. Excellent. I shall make sure that all of this is passed on to the contractors, and if they give me any fuss, I shall let them know that they, of course, are free to take any issues up with me, and I'll be sure to consider them fully. Of course, sir. I like to think that's why I'm in the position that I am, sir. Conflict resolution is a specialty of mine, as is negotiating and making sure that your needs and requirements are represented in full. Yes, sir. Of course. Next, the matter of your business trip, scheduled for next month, I believe, sir. Yes, on a Monday. Now, that is in London, correct, sir? Yes. And would you prefer to drive or be driven to the airport? Of course. And which of your many autos would you like to take for this occasion? Of course. That won't be a problem. I'll have that prepped and ready for you immediately, sir. Yes, absolutely. Which airline would you like to fly on, sir? Normally, of course, I would arrange for that myself, but I know the usual airline has been not up to your standards as of recent, and I want to make sure that your needs are met, of course. Switch to them, of course. They do, I hear, have the best first-class service available for the price. Of course. I will contact them immediately in the morning, sir. Yes. And get everything arranged for you, of course. Loading and unloading, absolutely. That will all be taken care of for you. Yes. Excellent. And would you like the super first class option, sir? I assumed. Yes. Of course. No problem. I'll also arrange for that. Excellent. And of course, I've already taken care of your travel needs in London. The outfits that you'll be requiring. I just want to run a few quick items by you. I believe that the charcoal suit may be a tad bit dour for this occasion. Instead, might I suggest the blue or tan? Both, sir. Of course. Always pays to be prepared. Would you like the slacks or the trousers with that? Slacks it is. Of course. Of course. Any additional accessories, accoutrements that you would prefer? The Rolexes. Excellent choice, sir. I'll be sure to get started polishing those, and by the time you leave, they'll be sparkling like new. Not that they aren't normally, but an extra bit of care never goes to waste. Excellent. Of course. And for footwear, would you prefer shoes or boots, sir? Before you answer, if you permit me to make a small suggestion, London weather this time of year is a tad bit temperamental, and I would hate to see you with moist socks. So if I might suggest the boots, sir. Of course. As I said, I am here to meet your needs, even if you don't know that you have a need. Of course. I'll arrange for that immediately. Excellent. And of course, I've already been in contact with the concierge at the usual booking, if that's still to your standard. Of course. Yes, he is aware of all of your needs and requirements, and has assured me that they will all be met and exceeded. I know him personally, and I believe every word that he says, but even so, I shall take care to remind him right before your travel. Not that I believe that he will, but need reminding, that is, but it never hurts, of course. Excellent, sir. That is all the matters of the house that I had for you. Is there anything else that you require of me before you retire for the evening? A letter, of course. Would you like that typewritten, or with pen and paper, sir? Handwritten. And would you like that in script or print, sir? Of course. Excellent. Just as you dictate. Perfect. One moment, let me get set up, sir, and then I will immediately get to that. Thank you. Just a moment, please. Whenever you're ready, sir. Excellent. Now that that's all taken care of, might I make one final suggestion before you retire for the evening, sir? Thank you. I have acquired a bottle of Hennessy Timeless Cognac. I think it would be extremely appropriate to take a sample or two tonight, given the laborious day that you had. Of course. Let me fetch that for you, sir. The Hennessy Timeless is a 1999 blend vintage, blending 11 other quality vintages into one of Hennessy's finest cognacs, if I may say so myself. Let me pour it for you really quick. There we are, sir. Now, as I said, this is a 99 vintage and a blend. It has a very fruity initial aroma, but there are subtle hints of spices, cinnamon to note, and the palate is just fantastic, sir. Very bold fruit flavors initially, but oak, leather, and a few other very rich undertones, which I think you will find quite pleasant. Yes. this is one of only 2,000 bottles produced by Hennessy, and given that you're such a brandy connoisseur, I believe that you will appreciate its rarity, as well as its taste, of course. Excellent. Thank you very much, sir, for taking the time out of your very busy schedule to meet with me on those household items, and I do hope that you've enjoyed your tea as well as your brandy. Are you all ready to retire for the evening, sir? Excellent. Wonderful. Have a very good night, sir, and I will see you in the morning. After, of course, having made all of the arrangements which we discussed. Yes. Have a very good night, sir. I'll see you in the morning.